Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Welcome. Winternomics. 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 Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just...
What up? What up? Thank God it's Friday, right? How's everybody doing out there? Damn, what's going on in this chat? Thanks for throwing mad bits. Damn, Boomy. Mix of COVID, mix of smoke. Yeah, I thought so. It's a pretty cool looking set, right? Shout out to Director Vale. What do you like? The blue, the fuchsia? It's both our colors. Which one looks better? I think the solid fuchsia looks pretty fucking crazy, doesn't it? Yeah, I might have to rework that thumbnail. That looks pretty dope. You're gonna get a bad trip. You're gonna get a good trip with this filter. I definitely love the fuchsia. Yeah, most def. So, you guys having a good week out there? Lots of content to consume. We did Twitter Spaces on risk assets yesterday. Actually turned out pretty good. Shit's got like over 2,300 listeners so far in just a day, half a day. So clearly somebody liked it, right? Lots of good intel, lots of good refreshers for some of you OGs in there. Yeah, that came out dope. I think I like the all pink one, don't I? What do you think? I'm gonna replace that thumbnail with the all pink guy. Let's see, where'd you go? How do you do that when you're live? I can't even remember that shit. How do you edit this shit? I don't even remember how to do that. Yeah, it's definitely not as good looking as what we just made. We'll fix that after the show then. I don't know. It's what do you think? The all fuchsia? I'm gonna go with that. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks like a painting. I like that better. Alright, I just updated it. You guys can see that. I think that looks cooler. Alright. Staying safe on the riverbanks of the River Styx. Who knows what the River Styx is? I know I saw John Fitz does. Jay Miller said that space had more knowledge than economics and then a college course. Yeah, probably, since you don't learn anything in fucking school that's practically applicable in anything anyway, right? And I think it was a good timing for us to have a discussion about what risk assets are. I think a lot of people get really fixated on the thing they're in and think it's super unique. And if you take a step back, you realize that everything flows from the abundance of the Fed and from central banks, right? And all of your various ventures are, risk on top of their system. So wanted to kind of make that point and kind of like stitch things together a little bit more. I think a lot of people, sell themselves some nonsense about what markets are, and we always like you guys to, keep it real rather than live in a fantasy. That being said, I don't think you can show how much people listen to the spaces on here. Now you can't. I guess you can. About 2,600 listeners have looked at it, or at least listened to some portion of it. So it's doing pretty good for being out there, for everybody participating in this. Hope you learned a lot of stuff. We did have a lot of people show up. I think we had like over 120 people come to our first spaces, so I think that's pretty good. How many of you guys, good old Dr. D, making sure everybody doesn't miss the point, right? How many of you guys saw this thing yesterday? So it's pretty funny, right? The double dicky do, for people who are newer viewers, what is that fucking noise? Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. How many people have incorporated the double dicky do as part of their core trading logic? Employing it literally every day. In the high VIX environment, they literally can use it every fucking second. It's pretty crazy. Nobody outside our ecosystem would ever believe this is a true statement, but this is a true statement. I'm going to ruin everything about the style that you used to. If anybody knows where that lyric's from, show it in the fucking comments. I know Tiki does. Shut up, Tiki. You know all my lyrics. But anybody else, you might know that lyric. But yeah, this has literally become my only strategy the past period with the VIX. It works like a charm. It's in and out of markets in a few minutes. Your day fucking sessions are super simplistic using the strategy. So I thought it was pretty good. I threw it out there. You wouldn't believe what a nightmare it was to make this animate. You actually wouldn't believe what a fucking pain in the ass that was. You think it's simple. It's not. Not for the original post, anyway. Shout out to the new owner of this. Somebody just bought it this morning. I thought that was pretty funny. A comic strip section. So it went for 69. It's as good as it can be. So whoever the buyer of this thing is, I can't promise you anything, but now that you do own it, hit me up. I'll tell you a whole new level about the double dicky, because it's a lot crazier than people really realize. But shout out to the guy who collected this one. Comic strip logics are actual practically applicable logics that we've kind of cleverly named and dressed up, but they are core concepts that we actually use, and they'll change your trading fucking life. So shout out to the collector of this first comic strip TA piece. This was a massive play that our community was able to basically coordinate around and use dildo rules to navigate this insane gap opening. In a high VIX environment, this strategy is fucking a lot more powerful than it appears at first glance. Nothing to shake your dick at, so make sure you fucking pay attention, right? Value can be hidden in plain sight, and it could look ridiculous, but it could be amazing too, right? Kathy's not the only one with a big ol' ass dick, is she? That's right, motherfuckers. You too can fucking own my dick. So, congratulations. You wonder why people don't take our trading shows seriously. I don't know. I don't know, really. I do my best. Was that you, Perky? That's what I was going for, was 0.69. I was like, come on, man. That's like, it's a dick joke. Like, are you serious? It's like, that's a no-brainer. It's a dick joke. So, shout out to that one. Thanks, Kiru. Shout out to JYJ. Appreciate everybody throwing some bits in the morning. Hope you guys are doing well. The market's been chopping people's balls up. We definitely need to look at some things today. The river Styx theme, as you imagine, is not like a pleasant theme. So today, what brings us to the river Styx? Well, fucking death. And, hopefully not our own. So we want to look at some things in the market today, kind of like keeping with the macro perspective on multiple risk assets, right? If we're in a highly correlated, very volatile marketplace, then there's a lot of things that kind of look alike. And so we want to take a look at that, take a look at USTD.D. At Basket, we're keeping track of an OnlyFans, and crypto and some things today where they're positioned. So let's see. This will never get old. I'm sorry. As far as the amount of animated NFTs you could put in your virtual space, this has to be in the top 3. Come on. You can't stop looking at it, right? I can't stop looking at it. Look at this thing. Enjoyment for hours. And you made money on it. That's the best part. You're psychologically tied to this thing now. You made money on it, and you know how much money you can make on it. And nobody has to get the joke, because you already know. I love it. What do you guys think? That's a pretty healthy looking collection, right? Not too shabby. Lots of value to be had in more ways than one. Appreciate all my collectors. Hope you guys have had fun getting these things. Too funny. Only a pleb would ignore a teddy bear holding 2 dicks. So we got 103 in the morning, pretty light. Things could get lighter if the markets get fucking crazier. The ancient Greeks believed in the existence of an underworld where souls go after they die. According to the Greek mythology, in order for souls to get to the underworld, they must cross the river Styx. You got it, Ollie. That would be it. Let's see. Yes, I think you guys get what the river Styx is. Alright, so let me check out some Reddit things, because we're short on time, because my ass was having technological difficulties as always. Ooh, a lot of scorecards in a fucking crazy market environment. Let's see what you guys are doing. First things first. Check Forex Factory. This is. Oh yeah, we have non-farm payroll. I think those just hit. Those are red numbers for the morning. We'll have to see what those did with futures in a second. So always pay attention to these numbers. Definitely something to be aware of when you have red numbers. Red numbers mean volatile events, cause a lot of motion, currency markets, stock markets, all that. First person up is Gabriello. Did I do this the other day and not hit it? This is 4 days ago. I feel like I should have done this. Oh yeah, I did read this. Okay, I remember that one. 22 hours ago. All right. Yeah, I got it. Wow, you got a lot going on in this chart, bud. Let's see. ADA USD short 4.16 RRs. First trade since first trade since baby came. Boy, that's a sentence. Never missed a show though. Thanks, Kaz and Eco. I'm sure your wife appreciates it. Why took this trade? Kaz show warning dead cat. Crash cycle pattern recognition. Cardano CT pump hype. Champ Medici pump. Sea love stops me out. Really liking the night show vibe. Man, you really kept that short and sweet, didn't you? I'm almost there. All right, Don Bitcoins. Well, looks like you caught a killer short. What an amazing location. Wow. That's some fucking timing. Beast mode reversal play. If you caught it from there, dude, that's fucking crazy. Rexilo speaks out. So sentiment read from the Eco, pretty insane. That is a killer trade. Now that I see what the hell's going on in this chart. Fire shit, Don. Close that. Very good. War stories from May. This is Jason Kim. Hi all, posting a few trades that I've done in the month of May. Work has been picking up and personal things have been popping up randomly, but still managed to watch the streams and use Kaz's intel. Thank you, Kaz and Vicky, for all the consistency and endless effort to provide us free intel. Siga. Oh, you went after Siga from the show. Yep, that's the guy with the monkeypox vaccine. We talked about 2.56 RRs plus 4 RRs plus, minus 2.14. Net 4.42. It's as good as you can hope for, right? Let's see what caused that last one. Just kept playing the wave until it got tired, right? That happens. And that's the thing, right? Once you extend out, remember that thing I told you? Let's see. What do I do to get to draw on this? Remember I told you when you're seeing a trend wave go off on this thing? Okay, this is good, right? So that was really good. You found your breakout. You've got, flag came from here. When a trend gets too long at the end, where the people are going to chase it, you end up getting that thing that I always show you. Watch out for the corrective structure. Like when it's just like too good to be true and you're really extended, you'll get like a rising channel. That's a series of bull flags that is actually a giant bear flag forming, right? You get the corrective structure. Whoops. Right, and that's what usually fucks people, right? And then you can actually find the floor in that, and then you can actually fucking go again, right? You can go up here and then go, it's hard to draw on this thing, sorry. And you're fucking out of the trend, right? So when people catch into this, they get caught in the correction, get booted the fuck out, and that's like late buy shit. When you keep playing the same wave, yeah, it structurally looks identical to down here, but it's just mad long in duration, so that's and that's like good to take note of it, see where you got caught. It was just a tired trend, but good stuff and good risk management, so you didn't get fucking wrecked once it fucking counterwaved on you. All right, let's see. Don't save. Delete. How many do I got 3 left. Okay, I can do this. May review. Keeping at it over the month of May with a couple of L's and couple of wins. First time live trading the U.S. stock market. Who's it? Shiz? My bad. Damn. Market last night, and also first at diving into the low time frame intervals, 5 minute. Had these two target stocks, HCC and PLL, so I followed them into the open and stayed with them for a few hours. I'll start with the fails. Ori ASX. I think I remember somebody asking me that. This was a hard lesson for me. I didn't sell out any when it got to half my target. Then it dropped, hit my stop, and then made higher highs. Lesson learned and trying to implement taking profits sometimes before my target. This one. This is wasn't able to convert to a win. I thought I saw a good entry, but ended up failing through the floor and hitting my stop. In future, I would look for more of a consolidation after it breaks its downtrend and pushes to the top of a smaller bull flag, if that even is one. Yeah, that was pretty as FOMO, and the arc out in that, like, you didn't really get a good consolidation structure, like, volume. This is kind of thing I would be leery to touch, just because it happened so fast. There's no real structure to like get behind. Another counter structure and setting up again would probably be what you want to wait for in that case. This one looks good. PLL 4.9 RRs for the winning trade. Was a success. It opened. I ran it till it hit my target. Sold. Entered it again shortly after with a little greed and got stopped out. Bag 4.9 on the up. So that wasn't overall bad. So you lost a little on top there. Got it. This one looks like you got long and a short. Straight short. Pretty good stuff. Thanks guys for you putting this eco. Much appreciated. It's for me to even be able to have the confidence to attempt to play in the market like this. It's funky ho. Well, good shit, man. I'm glad to see you putting some stuff into there. And, fear is the mind killer. All you have is when you have a plan, you know where you're in, you know where you're out, you know where you're wrong. If it happens to fucking wick you and go, so be it. Cost of doing business. The more things you have in place before you take things, the less emotions can really get a hold of you. So, have a plan and record what you do. Be introspective to see where things go wrong and start to eliminate the parts that go wrong. If you chase trends and get into them when they're tired, don't do that. And all the things you took notes on here are good things to keep in mind for the next time you take a play. Reference what you're doing here. Don't repeat the same things. So. This is good, man. I'd like to see this. I know you're on the other side of the planet, so very interesting to see you trade ASX and USA. Good stuff. Spy on energy plays. Who's this? The Exploit. Intraday plays are always a struggle of mine compared to bigger time frames. Dick rules. You see this? Dick rules, motherfucker. I'm gonna lose fucking whatever sponsorship for this show. Have been massive help for dealing with low resolution, and the improvements are showing. Something I want to point out is the importance of consistent journaling. Many times I get bored and leave the journal behind for a few days, as a result of which I do not remember what exactly happened and what was the process of taking these trades. So it's not good journaling. For that reason, they do not give me information that I can trust, reflect on, act on, just like you don't remember what you ate 45 days ago, let alone what came before taking a trade. Consistent journaling can make a huge difference, refining your system, and there is no excuse for missing that. Yeah, exactly. If you don't record good information, you won't be able to make adjustments or look back on it even 3, 4, 5 months out. You're going to need to go back to some things that you'll remember, like I did this before, and you want to have good notes about it when you get back there. There's no point, So very good stuff. Good looking charts. Definitely like what I see. Last but not least, oh wow, that's a good looking graphic down there. What's this? Mr. Door, that's pretty dope. 6RR double dicky do. This fucking comic, I'm telling you, that thing's a steal. You guys looked and slept on that one. You change your trading fucking life with that fucking dildo. I love it every time I see it. None of this would have been possible without Kaz, his show Intel Dildo Rules. And channel and announcement channel. Nebula cheat sheets were a great plus. I also appreciate a lot keeping the show on while being sick. This quote sticked with me the entire month. When life tries to pull you out of the markets, that is the moment when you show up. Shout out to the team Sword that put in the work, and especially to Jester that took the time to make sure I was able to fix the problem in order to better my trading. Thanks, Dr. Vale, and to the fire setups for the show. Good shit, Mr. Door. And shout out to Jester for helping out there. I appreciate that. Good to see. Good shit. Some good war stories. A lot of war stories and a very crazy week in the market. Always good shit. Look at ARC, oil in general. Some good quality scorecards. Definitely some stuff for you guys to study from, right? So 846, we need to get to some macro things. Where we at? Oh, I was gonna ask you guys. I don't know if anybody's here to run a poll, but these are some closed shows, right? I told you I had hundreds of these. So these shows have never been open. These are old archived ones from forever ago. And I just filtered out to whatever hasn't been viewed. So these are all in here from God knows when, various dates, April and stuff. But tons of them. Every show is a work of art. Anybody know off the top of their head? I'll go to them kind of slow. Look at that name, Pleb Cemetery. That's so great. Who knows one back in here? Starhopper. There's so many good ones. The January Effect, Decepticon. I was on fire in this one. Got hit with a copyright claim. God damn. Anybody know any good ones? So think of some between yourselves. There's a ton of these back here. A lot of oldies but goodies. Mountains of information. Gems on gems. We have a hell of an archive, so if you guys think of one before the end of the show, I'll unlock one for you. Alright, so what are we looking at? Crypto things. Crypto looks like shit. I think that would be the simple, right? Crypto looks like shit. So what we looked at before, we talked about this, you paid this USDT. Right, this guy rotates this bull flag. He's now a much healthier looking bull flag from the first day we looked at him. This is de-risking of crypto, and it'll likely be correlated with the de-risking of the major markets themselves. We'll go check out, what's his face here? So this is our phantom zone. And for those of you that actually asked about it, yes, I'm a comic book dork, so you should know everything fucking that comes from in the show is related to comics in some way, at many points in time. I learned about the river Styx in the comics too. I learned about shit in Greek mythology. I'm just a dork. But yes, this is the Phantom Zone, which is a 2D prison world in Superman. If you ever watched Superman the movie or read the comics, right, it's a 2D flat world that they imprison very bad people in. So that's the inside joke of what the fuck this is, right? This little fuchsia world is the Phantom Zone. And so this is Decision Point. Now we're getting some, pretty negative stuff coming out. Like, I think of Microsoft, Elon's tweeting some really bad shit to talk about, wanting to lay out 10% of his workforce. And it's just come to terms with the fact there's an economic slowdown, in front of our faces. So you're getting a lot of bad sentiment stuff from the top of the food chain, right? While we have a lot of people that are kind of like waiting for risk assets to bounce. The dead cat bounce that we thought would be in the market, right, is really equal to this right here. I guess in looking at it, you have to kind of try to measure, what is the duration of this? We talked about, the dead cat could last up to a month when we look back into 2001 in Bedtime Story. When we look at this now, right, when is the real bottom of this? The real bottom of this is pretty much over here at May 12th. And this is where we had sky's the limit. We told you could see a bounce coming. And then we did the show in Bedtime Story about the dead cat and so on. And so we really had bottom from over here in the 12th, had a rally, had a stop run, had another rally. You can kind of think of this as running about 3 weeks, really. This is the real bottom. Crypto, didn't make any more bottoms before that point, right? Crypto, we look at that same time period, crypto bottoms here on the 12th, and he's stationary. Stock market makes a new low. But now, we may have what we think it could be a fucking a bear flag with this, right? We've got clear right here. Oh, this is what you worry about. This comes down and does this, you have a fucking problem. Whoops. All right, and we can see this weaker assets like ETH, right? He's holding this trend line, and you'd like to see this thing turn to a bull flag, but he can just keep trending straight off a cliff, right? So you want to be aware of that. That's going to be tied to a movement here. This guy goes bull tard. Everything that looks like it's in a bear structure gets fucking wrecked. So there's been no meaningful bounce strength in crypto. And so we want to focus on this. We had a conversation about risk assets, and there is clearly a big sucking sound in fucking risk assets, and that is the Fed. The Fed is literally drawing liquidity from under the marketplace right now, right? Let me see. So just backing up, Litecoin is one of the guys we're talking about. Where's our Litecoin chart for? It's one of these, not this chart. Litecoin. Something's not right. There it is. Okay. So we put this guy up here. Where the hell is it? Wow, we post a lot of stuff, I guess. Got no love on the pigeons. Here he is. Alright, so looking at this guy's timing, Litecoin is a really good barometer and risk in the market. We explained this on Twitter. Definitely a good chart to keep track of, right? This guy is a great, indicator of like excessive risk and when the markets are in the shit can. If he follows the trajectory he's doing here, and right now he is maintaining it, he's going to finish this bottom here in June, July. The Fed gave us a reasonably decent catalyst to pay attention to, that they would start to literally suck money out of the fucking system. And you never fight the Fed, right? The Fed is the market. Never bet against that place. Not when they're doing expansions, not when they're doing contractions, right? They are the biggest buyer and the biggest seller in the marketplace. You got to watch these dudes. That being said, looking at Litecoin, this is a much cleaner Litecoin chart, just looking where he's coming from, right? And he's heading back into this wave now. He is in the trenches of where he likely finds a bottom, but it can be from where he's at now to fucking half off, and it still be just the same. And looking at this graph right now, this is the same guy, right? This trajectory is still holding, and this is the downtrend you care about most recently. This guy breaks lower, he's gassing down into this zone pretty hard. So the whole market's in a precarious spot. Lots of negative sentiment from biggest stocks. The richest man in the world and his company's talking about slowdown. You don't want to see that shit, right? So it's there's a lot of headwinds to it. And then we still have Putin in the background, which is kind of taking a backseat to some of the economic headlines coming out of the United States. So that being said, uber caution, right? What's across the river Styx? Nothing good. So that's why we kind of gave that theme to it. So we want to pay attention right now and be on guard. There's a lot of people who don't want to pay attention to anything. They just want to catch a knife. ARK, we talked about this guy. This was kind of where our guy to track the dead cat, looking at just the wave down and what the potential was, and comparing that to the NASDAQ, back in the day. We look at him too. He should look like the bear flag we just saw inside of crypto and BTC. And he really does, right? Not even a really good second high. Really fucking weak. So you want to keep track of this guy if he managed to rotate down. This guy is who we're using as the map of the fucking crash cycle of this cycle. And I think Kathy is the right penis to track. So where she is, some of the other guys at Rally, Coin, some of these dudes right now, right? These bounces really amount to potential bear flags. MicroStrategy, who's another guy that's tied to this Sailor, right? And see, the bounce is huge. We told you, dead cat bounces are deceptively fucking big. What is the bounce here? 100% bounce, right? Amidst a fucking what scale crash? 90% drop. That's what crashes look like. And that's how people get mind fucked into these things. Like, oh man, we're fucking coming back. Yeah. But perspective always matters. So, keep that in mind, what you're looking at. So a lot of bear flags now in there. Definitely danger, right? These aren't bottom formations. If you zoomed in close, this looks fantastic. If you fucking keep it in perspective and keep the macro in front of you, this looks fucking dangerous still. So eyes on that, right? Some of your big leader stocks, you zoom out on them, they could still very much be, they're going to correlate if the market de-risks hard enough, then these guys can very much be bears. We had drawn, which one was it? Hughes? That wasn't this guy. We drew one of these for you. Where's the stupid path on it? Is it this one? This one, okay. Alright, so this was the squeeze we gave you. Right, so looking at this guy, pretty much as far as a wave goes, right? When you're dealing with like a trend corrective structure, like you look at the wave down, your major highs. The thing that throws people is like when one of these lower resolution highs get broken, and they're like, oh, it's reversing. And this is like what a dead cat does. It really just breaks like a resolution, like within the macro, that fools people, and then allows it to go fucking completely off a cliff again. And when you zoom out, you're like, oh, it was clearly a continuation structure. So you back out of it and you look at, oh, this is not the right chart for that, right? But this is like how that happens, right? You have a wave that's got resolution highs that are like lower than people are paying attention. People start paying attention to like this and this and this, and they go, oh yeah, it's reversed. But then this really is a different resolution counter structure that wrecks lower resolution waves and then flips over and murders you again, right? That's what your danger is here, is that this high is not really a major high. This is broken through, but it's enough to fool people staring at this shit and seeing MicroStrategy bounce 100%. That'll suck people in. And as long as people are willing to buy that in a fucking crash, the sentiment's not right, right? People don't want shit when a crash is finished. They won't give a fuck. That's what lets it keep trending. The fact that everyone's willing to go, yeah, this is it, yeah, this is it, that's the wrong kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? And there's definitely fucking enough warning signs right now. You shouldn't have that fucking vibe while Elon's telling you he's about to fucking cut like 10% of his workforce. Facebook's losing fucking Sandberg. Fucking Microsoft is fucking guiding lower. Everyone's saying bad shit. So it's definitely not the vibe right now. So anyways, for context sake, right, there's a potentially large bear flag having formed right now. If this rotates, pay a fucking attention, right? It's going to fuck a lot of people up. And so that's going to be tied to everything. So the VIX should show some signs of bottoming. So where was he? We were watching this bull flag on top of this box range. And if that found support, where he's had support here, if he rotates off this shit, then this bull flag will rotate with that bull flag, which is beginning to push a little bit, which will then dump bar fucking everybody. So this is now, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention this morning, right? So that's the macro. You guys get all that? Alts are back. So vibe things, yeah. So where are we at right now time-wise? 8:58, not bad. That's your macro. You guys get all that? You're all paying attention? That makes sense, right? Not too much, not too wordy. This was DXY, forgot to put him on there. So we pay attention to this too. He's attempting to rotate this bull flag, not done such a clean job of it, but attempting nonetheless. So, you know, it's possible. So he's in a place, if he gets steam, VIX gets steam, USD T.D gets steam. All these guys are going to kind of correlate to a de-risking event if that's what's coming our way right now. So I just want you guys to be cautious and kind of go to the level of detail where you kind of knew what things to mark. For some of you guys struggling to keep up with the amount of stuff we talk about in the show, you don't actually have to track every single thing I said, right? There's a high degree of correlation across everything I've shown you. I'm just going to have to look at them all together, but all separately they would, you know, be useful to you as well if you can only watch one or two. The main things you keep track of, always the VIX. The DXY, you can watch him. The USDT, he's a dollar-based, you know, index, so it's kind of one and the same. And this, for crypto people, is probably easier to keep track of what's going on for you. That being said, so for you currency traders, right, if the dollar is going to get strength, how good was this projection, motherfuckers? That was the wave projection back here. See it? That's path 2. That's about how high he'd need to go to mindfuck everyone he reversed and then set you up to get fucking wrecked if he continues down. So same thing I just described on the NASDAQ, right? That's the danger. So all these guys are in a position that if, you know, this doesn't turn into a bull flag right here and keep going this way, there's a decent chance he correlates with the de-risking also and kind of confirms some of the other stuff we just talked about. That being said, I think CAD yen has been your big runner. You guys talked about this on the show. If you pay attention, commodity-backed currencies, JPY, pretty easy bet. So if you guys have watched this on the show, we set that up. I saw somebody hit a huge wave out of this. Right, that's where the strength is right now. Don't bet against the commodity-backed guys, right? They're all fucking bull-tard crazy. We told you Mexico is the strongest North American currency too, if you guys remember that show. So you know that's your currency macro. Like that, got that in there too. All right. Give me symbols. I'll be fast as fuck. Okay, there you are. Google, GC, BTE, XOP. All right. Everybody's got all that. Oh, did you guys vote? What is that? You can vote? Do we have fucking the ability to do polls on YouTube? I didn't know that. Holy shit. That's a thing? How the fuck did you do that? Well, damn. Does this take me to the show? Malpractice. Why do you guys know something about malpractice? I have no idea what that is. I can't click on it. This is cool. I didn't know we could do this. Holy shit. How do I find malpractice? Oh, that's a chat. That's cool. Where's malpractice? Malpractice. What do you guys know about this show that I don't? July 28th, 2021. What did I do in this show that you guys need to know about that's so important? I'm super curious. No, it's not made for fucking kids, goddammit. Let's see. Make it public. And that's it, right? Make it public. Save it. Alright, it's public. So tell me, what did you guys take notes on that made you pick that guy? I'm super curious. I got it. That was just fun. I like looking it up. I thought I had notes on it. Maybe tell me what the fuck I said in it. It's been a while. Do you guys remember what's so special about malpractice? So many peeps using dildos. Ain't that the truth, Joe Malomo? Market prep things in your notes. I haven't seen it, but someone mentioned market prep memos. Damn, what did I say in that show? Should I hide it? I may have to vet the content. Is not too valuable to leak out to the masses. Well, that's cool. No, definitely leave me some comments in it and stuff. I've done like 380 of these things. I can't remember what the fuck I said. But I'm glad you guys do. It's good shit. So cool community thing. I like that. That was really neat. All right. Somebody said Google. Or no, somebody said GOGL, Golden Ocean Group Limited. This is it's like a shipping company, and you guys have asked for this before. Back here. So let's see. What was this thing? This is a marine shipping company. Oh wow. God damn, that looks like the bond fucking market bull flag, doesn't it? It's like some epic bull flag from 2005. When the fuck did we do this? This is a long time ago. Holy fuck. So whoever suggested this is definitely probably the same person you just asked, I would have guessed, because this is definitely something you've been following. So he had a bull flag here. He looked for a trigger out on top of the bull flag. He wicked it, fucked some people, came back to the bigger bull flag, and then fucking went out. So now he's out of that, right? What are we tracking on him as far as the wave structure goes? So he's moving from a stock split too. What was this? 1,109 shares for 1,000. What the fuck kind of bizarre ass stock split is that? Jesus. Another stock split. 1,001 per 1,000. Who is running this fucking company? And what the fuck kind of joke is this? Well, whatever he's doing, he's pumping on his splits. The wave structure we forecasted.
I think he meant to say Google.
Did he meant to say Google? I mean, we have it. Was it Google? Did that first not mean that one? Or is it Google or is it Goggle? I don't know. I thought that chart was pretty interesting. I'll do them both then. Fucking Christ. All right. Well, it looks crazy. So the forecast on this guy is just that, you know, this big ass wave right here. Just that he's in trend, right? And he would go out. So he's extended that. Depending on how long this leg is, you could cock and balls it a little bit. Maybe anticipate fucking a wave about that big before he counter structures again. And then you can probably, you know, head towards that level. So that's him if you meant Goggle. If you didn't mean Goggle. We'll just leave this over here in case you did mean Goggle. Whatever. And Google. Like I said, this is last time we talked about it. It was parabolic counter structure right now. How far this crash has got to go down is what you're waiting for, right? So this guy will be wherever the bottom of this crash is, just a much larger bull flag at some scale, right? We don't know how deep this has got to go just yet, but I would track Google in a corrective structure, and he's not going anywhere, you know, much like Apple. These guys are going to be opportunities to get This was a trend line we talked about before, rotation through this. But ultimately, like, you know, how far does Apple and these big name guys go? I would track these trajectories, you know, gapping down a little bit. If they hold the trajectory, it'd be like fucking LTC. This really does bear down to the summer and bottom there. These guys are going to make just large scale bull flags in the macro structures of what they've been doing. That includes guys like Tesla and all that, right? Tesla times 10, just to clear out the chart so you can see it real quick, right? It's still fucking just a big ass bull flag, isn't it? Ultimately, and can Tesla fucking run the fuck out of this and make something that's like fucking, you know, crazy and then come back and still do something? Yeah, he could totally do that. It's hideous, I know, but at the end of the day, right, keep perspective on it. He could go down a lot and still fucking turn around and do something crazy later on, right? I think Tesla being plugged into the government is a bet, you know, in the longer term of it. This bull structure is a macro bull flag that when he finally does rotate this, you want to be there for it. Tesla. Google, not Goggle. It is Goggle, but I did them both. GC1. GC1's just gold, and we'll just use GLD because I've got more annotations on GLD. So GLD is here. And like I said, we're tracking this, right? If you get a major de-risking move, there should be a bid to gold. So we're watching this bull flag for possible rotation. He's in a majorly congested area, so it's a good area for him to do it from. You just want to begin to see him actually begin to complete this motion across the grain, right? SLV should confirm it. You know, he's a bit weaker. He should, in the same place, begin to make a move from here. He's running at 2B, so this is a pretty good area for him to he's stop run somebody there. If he holds this and goes out now, worth paying attention to if we get a de-risk. BTE, XOP, SARC. BTE is Baytex Energy, oil and gas. He looks like everybody else, oil and gas, bull fucking crazy. It's a crazy looking structure. I think that's his target, at least at the angle, right? He's rotated this situation down here. I got it. He's rotated this situation here. Sorry about that, BTE. This is kind of like, he's steep. Does he maintain the trajectory to the arc? That's questionable, right? But he does have that kind of parabolic thing to him that eventually he'll get this up and correct through and then possibly, you know, resume what he's doing. So that's the risk with him. That's the risk with a lot of energy that's really, really strong right now. XOP, somebody asked, right, isn't that same kind of structure? He's sticking out right now. And you do want to be aware of corrective structures along the way, right? He's hauling ass. He's just accelerating away and really, really fucking steep. But, you know, like I said, buying too late in a wave is where you get caught. If there's a place for there to be decent congestion, you know, I'd say like this entire area. That's hideous. I like that area right there, yeah. Good interaction. There's a place that's good for this to get like some kind of corrective structure, and for dirty energies, you know, as a sector to slow down, it's probably this. Before it can kind of find its way through that, if that's what it's ultimately going to do. That's a good area for it to stall at. No specificity to the amount of time I drew here, just kind of giving you the idea. Let me come in closer. And you can helate. It doesn't have to be the amount of time I did, but this is probably a good place for some at least correction. But just pay attention when he gets in here, if he gets in there. $9.10, stages on 200, XOP, BT, SR, STZ, BTC USD over SPY. Interesting. All right. Or SR and STZ. SARC is a reverse short on Cathie Woods. So somebody made up an ETF that would track her explosion, and this is his fund since inception. So he captured really the bulk of the fucking. Damn it, I got it. This is SARC, my bad. So he captures the inverse. I got it. I flipped it. He captures the inverse of ARC. So ARC's collapse is his pump. So basically, if you're looking at this right now, right, this bear flag from May 12th for SARC is this bull flag. So SARC is just an inverse structure on Cathie's big old dick. Ah, Jesus. Dear Lord. So if he rotates that, that's a problem, right? And see this bull flag? Let's take a look at this real quick, right? Here's the big issue. See something familiar? See whose bull flag that is? That's his, right? This guy's. So he rotates. If the bull flag of USDT.D pushes, likely a whole bunch of correlated assets, risk assets, rotate with this D risk. It'll be crypto, it'll be every asset class. There'll be no hiding spot, cash will be king. So pretty important to see that right there. Oh, I don't want to do this over here. This is fucking the wrong chart. This is SR. Yeah, I don't want to do that there. I don't make stuff on that chart anymore. Yeah, him rotating here would be very dangerous, and then also telling the market situation. SARC and forgot the other one already. Oh, Constellation Brands, STZ. This is a staple, so this is kind of like a safer part of the market. Beverages, alcohol. Alcohol is kind of a resilient space when there are times of crisis because people always have money to get high, you know, no matter what. So this is something you pay attention to. We talked about like Philip Morris, like cigarettes. All these guys are resilient parts of the market. When you have a de-risking event and there's economic hardships, people tend to revert to like, you know, things. Well, Dollar Tree got wrecked, but stuff like this, you know, cheap stores, beer and cigarettes do well in those environments. So this guy right now, you know, may act better as a hedge than an outright play in dollars, since you know, if he de-risks, dollars are strong, but structurally, right, he looks pretty fucking good. You just want to see a rotation with that guy, and since he's pretty much, let's see what we got here. This is the old high. He's kind of chopping that. This is a 2B of the same thing. This is a 2B even greater. Double bottom. Rotation now while holding the top of the old system. Finally a structure holding the old top. This is bullish, right? You don't want to see him going all through it like this. You want to see him actually able to sustain outside of it. Couldn't do it here. This is your first shot that looks kind of decent. And then somebody asked for BTC USD over SPY. So just due to the sheer excess beta that fucking BTC has, this is going to move so much it's going to look like every other chart you've seen, right? As far as where he is, relatively speaking, he is on top of the previous high, right? And that is one of the things you're looking for support. In some of the ratio markets, yeah, he was there, but he's not really bouncing on it. So now you have to watch this, right? This is the same thing as like approaching a high level. We watch for the box range, and if he dicks off in it and then comes back out of it, it's still danger. So, you know, can he come out of it and do this? Yeah, that's a possibility. If we say, okay, this is a bear flag rotation on that level, and that's the only bullish kind of thing we could actually have come out of this right now, right? Let's leave his possibilities up there. Let's just do this. Do this, and then this guy be. All right, that guy is just a continuation along this trajectory. Just shitty colors, one sec. Much better. Yeah. So if BTC has a bullish hope, it'd be here on the same basis last summer 2021 base that he made after the May 19th dump. This is kind of what all eyes are on today, right? Because this is going to be kind of like market wide. If BTC goes off a cliff and what is going on here? USD.T pumps, everything's in a place to just get far worse. But it is an inflection point that you want to pay attention to where everything is in the marketplace. Even if you're not looking at that ratio, right? BTC is in a crazy spot with a crazy setup with a lot of pressure on it and a lot of negative shit out there. So definitely want to pay attention to what you're watching today. All right, Ethereum, all these guys. He sustains this downward trajectory. He can leave it this trajectory straight off a cliff right now. So, today pay attention. If you have a pretty negative day in the markets, good chance you don't have the greatest weekend either in crypto. So that is your macro, all your symbols. I hope you guys are ready. Pay attention. If you don't want to be involved in this, it's like I said, in a de-risking environment, cash is king. So sitting in cash is actually a trade. If all risk assets get far cheaper in the currency, then you've effectively pulled off a great short if you've been sitting in cash while the market's de-risked. So, it is also a trade. Don't think that because you're not actively hitting buttons, you haven't done something. If you're able to survive this, you've done better than most people are going to do in this. That being said, those are memos for you guys to pay attention to. Stay safe. We will see you on Monday, bitches. Peace out.
Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5.
What do you think of this one? Could I pull off a whole show behind the digital veil? This thing's a little sus. Maybe. Maybe next time.
Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome. Welcome.